Oh, that music. You're going to miss it, aren't you? I am too. Hello, Chasers. How are we? He hasn't turned up yet. The farewell show. Imagine if he doesn't show up. Imagine if he stands me up for the final show. He wouldn't do that, would he? Don't think so. Hello, good evening, good morning to all of you that are tuning in. All the loyalists are in the chat right now. Very nice to see your names. CH says Dean has had a drink. I literally have. I've had like one drink. I'm a bit sick. I've got like a cold. I did have a drink and then I was like, this ain't the one. This ain't the one. Yeah, it was not the one. So I didn't really drink. There we go. Maybe G's doing his hair. Yeah, maybe Steve. Maybe that's the case. Paul says 5-year anniversary with the missus today, out for cheesecake and coffee this morning. I'll be here, but can't listen. Cheesecake and coffee. Very romantic, sir. That sounds good. I like that combo. I like it. I like it a lot. Obviously, we're going to be doing FPL chat. It's still a deadline stream. It's probably going to be a bit different to a normal one. But we will run through everything as we normally would. 5 games on Saturday, 4 on Sunday, 1 on Monday to come. And we'll run through our teams one last time on this channel. Obviously, G will be carrying on as usual. I think he's got a stream probably straight after this one. But you won't be hearing from me straight after this one. I'm actually probably going to take a couple of weeks off. I'm going back to England. And so for the next couple of weeks, I definitely won't be doing any FPL stuff. Maybe when I get back from that, I'll have a look at it and see how we start moving forwards. The best thing you can do, I'll say straight off, a lot of people are like, well, how can we like stay in touch? How do we find out what your FPL stuff's going to be? How do we find out if you and G get going again? Follow me on Instagram, Dean Jones Football. Surely most of you have Instagram. I was going to say on X, but I was chatting to CH and she was like, most people probably have Instagram over X. So if that's the case, follow me on Instagram. Yeah, Dean Jones Football. Send me a DM and then we'll stay in touch and we'll figure things out. FPL Mackham says, morning, Dean. Got to say goodbye to the channel after a night shift when I should be sleeping. Oh, very kind of you to drop in, mate. I really appreciate it. You've been very loyal to us. Glenn says we're going to need the Dylan team updates. Yeah, maybe it'll be me and Dylan. Maybe that'll be the channel. Maybe that's the play. Yeah, exactly that. Vissa says, good evening, Dean. I wrote my questions to get as many people to this last stream, but I still need a different opinion on captaincy. Don't think I'm going to be a person for a different captain, am I? I'm only Haaland. I'm just Team Haaland. Would I be brave enough to go like Bruno? Maybe, but obviously because I'm Fulham, I can't really push it. So maybe go Bruno. Yeah, I would say if you're really desperate. Oh, he hasn't stood me up. Here he is. Hello, mate.
Oh, I'm so sorry. On the day to get tech issues, my Wi-Fi just went, and I was like, "Oh, it's going to take like a good 5 minutes to restart and then reconnect."
Oh, no.
And I don't have 4G, 5G. I barely have phone signal at home. I live in a village, which is like, unless I'm on Wi-Fi, I'm kind of not connected. So, yeah. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Oh, Cameron Starr. Hello, mate. He said this show's got me through a lot being a stay-at-home dad. Thank you. Thanks to you, Cam, because you're very loyal to this channel. And yeah, you were always here. We really appreciated you and your insight and your questions and stuff. So I'm glad we've been able to help you be a great dad. So I'm glad that was helpful. Little Miss Daisy. Happy that I've got my Paddington mug out one last time. She loves this. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Paddington.
Is that? I bet that's one of the few bits of like crockery you bought from England, is it?
You know, it's not. But it's from. There's one English shop in San Diego,
right?
Shakespeare's, and it sells like English crisps, chocolate, stuff like that. Bisto gravy. They make
Oh, that's so
rolls.
funny.
They
Bisto
make sausage
gravy.
rolls, like proper sausage rolls, things like that. And they have a section of like mugs, but like, proper tea cup, like proper for a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So when we moved here, I can't remember who bought. Maybe Taylor bought it. Yeah, maybe Taylor bought it. She was in there and she was like, I bought us some proper cups. And she goes, this was actually for Reese. Reese has got the Paddington one. She goes, I bought us all a cup. But yeah, that's the way it is. Fahim says, wait, I thought Dean was English. What made you think that? I am English.
Dean, for those that don't know, has been in San Diego for about a year.
18 months, yeah. He said, I just saw
Wow.
soccer in his user tag. Yeah, soccer was... I couldn't get football on all my things. Like, a couple of things have got Dean Jones football, but a couple of things have got Dean Jones soccer because I couldn't get Dean Jones football. And I knew I was moving to America, so yeah, we just ended up in it. We just went for it. Went all in. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter.
Stephen Barr says, watched for 4 years, never had a comment read out. My favourite content out there, you will be missed. Oh, that is so nice of you to say, Stephen. We'll flash your comment up on screen so you don't just have it read out.
This is it. Like, these people just hiding in there beneath the branches, not popping their heads up throughout the years. But we knew you were out there because we knew that there was people watching who weren't chatting to us. Stephen, thank you so much for being on here. Stig, is this really last show? It is. It is. Certainly this last show on this channel. I'm sure you will see me and G at some point crop up. I'm just saying, G, I'm not going to be doing any FPL content for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to England and stuff, and
yeah,
I'm just not going to do it. But once I come back from that, I'll look into it, and I'm sure I'll come onto your channel and we'll chat about it on there.
Yeah, I look forward to that. And I am still doing ridiculous amounts of FPL content. I don't think my FPL content will slow. It probably just means I'll be doing more on my channel with no chasing green arrows. So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. I'm doing a deadline stream even this morning. We're gonna raid my channel after this, which is always a bit weird. But yeah, maybe I'll try and do a midweek live because my channel's never really been about lives other than deadline and sort of Sunday debrief. But midweek, I've never done them because I never wanted to clash with CGA. But now I might introduce a live kind of on a, I don't know, Monday, Wednesday, or Friday or something.
All of them.
But yeah, thank you to everyone that is here. It's not goodbye, it's see you later. I'm not crying, you're crying, says Kieran. Shout out FPL Discomfort. And so many of you, we've put all of our channel members' names at the bottom of the screen. And I've just seen the last name, although it's just moved on, is me. I'm gonna have to get rid of my membership. I forgot I was a member.
Thank you to all of you that have become members. Very kind of you all to sign up and support us in the way that you have, including G. Thank you, G, for supporting us. Thanks for the few quid that you've been dropping into there every month. Let's do a little bit of FPL chat, mate. Let's do what we're here for, and then we can come back to the sentiment later on. Where do you sit right now? What's your situation?
Oh, my team's good. We'll just flash up my team. My team looks good this week, but I've got 2 free transfers, and I kind of want to be fairly aggressive with it. I want to use them because sometimes in FPL you can have good players and feel quite content and happy with them, but when there's an opportunity to get what you think is a better player, you should probably often use it. But we don't like selling good players because of the fear of like, oh, what if I sell him and he scores points? So I've got Soboslai, who just got me 13 points.
Yeah,
and I quite like the fixture versus Newcastle at Anfield. I think Liverpool score a couple in that. But there's better midfielders I want. You know, Semenyo, Rodgers, a United mid like Ahmad or Mbermo alongside Bruno. So reluctantly, I'm selling Soboslai this week off the back of a 13-pointer. He could also play right back because Frimpong's out and I think Gomez is still out and Bradley's out. So Soboslai could end up at right back. But regardless, yeah, I've got to make the switch. I'm still torn though. Do I go Ahmad or do I go Rodgers? If I go Rodgers, I go a cheap defender, probably Maguire or Hill. Or if I go Ahmad, I can go to a more expensive defender like a Chalobah. But I'm trying to take the defensive part out and just think about pure midfielders. So we'll do a poll. Should Gianni buy Rodgers or Ahmad? Where would you stand on this, Dean, given the choice?
Obviously, I'll be torn because they're playing against Fulham.
I'll send my team to producer. I forgot
It's
I'd
tough
only
because
given my points.
it's obviously two different ways to look at it. Like Ahmad is not really owned, and Rodgers is pretty highly owned.
30%, yeah.
And so, are you trying to be smart and give yourself the chance of a big green arrow, or are you just going to try and jump on an asset that is reasonably well owned and is pretty likely to deliver if Aston Villa score? It's one of those things with Rodgers. I think that he is a player that I saw who was talking about this. I saw this on X somewhere. Someone said the thing about Morgan Rodgers and not owning him is there's always this fear if you haven't got him that when Aston Villa score a goal, you just think it's going to be it's Brendan Rodgers. You think it's going to be Morgan Rodgers.
Yeah, he's got that goal share element.
He's just got that.
Yeah,
that factor. Whereas if Man United score,
yeah,
do you think it's going to be Ahmed?
No, and I'm not even looking at the assist. I know Bruno. I feel like Bruno was involved, and then it could be Cunha, it could be Mbermo.
Yeah.
Could be Ahmad, but
so I think Ahmed's a good player. Don't get me wrong; like, he's a good player, and at his price point, I think he's a good player to have in your team, and I think it's a very important part of this setup. But when your phone buzzes, it says Man United goal. Do you think it's going to be Ahmed? At the same time, when Aston Villa go 1-0 up against Brentford, do you think it's going to be Rodgers? And there's a much higher chance in the way that we feel, isn't there, that it's going to be Rodgers. Fahim says, will Rodgers be on pens if Watkins is injured?
Probably. If Douglas Luiz isn't on the pitch, because he's been on pens in the past. We know Tielemans is injured, the penalty taker.
Yeah. So again, that's another reason, particularly for this game week.
I think Rodgers has pens over Watkins anyway, regardless, by the way. Just throwing that one out there. Watkins' record is the worst in the league. He's about 50% conversion. I think it's Tielemans, number one, probably Rodgers too, but Tielemans is out. So will Douglas Luiz take them over Rodgers? Maybe, but it might be a bit like Douglas Luiz. Yeah, he used to have them. He used to be the big fish, but now I'm the big fish and I want them. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rodgers take him over Luiz.
Yeah, exactly. Steve said it was FPL Harry. Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, it was FPL Harry that tweeted that about the notification fear thing. I liked it. I thought it was a good analogy and a good way of deciding like whether you want someone in your team, because it's true, isn't it? Like it's that moment when there's a goal alert, and like if you don't really have the expectation of it being your player, then is that person a good pick? It's quite a good way of judging it, to be fair. Which I guess brings us back to your team. Look at your top 6 players in there. How confident are you that your phone buzzes this weekend and those guys are on the list of an assist or a goal?
Very confident. I must say, I'm super hyped to have Ekatike. I think he's looked brilliant in the last month or so. He's just not really had the points, but Champions League, he had a goal and assist. Haaland's got a good enough fixture, but Bruno Fernandes versus Fulham, currently the armband's there. But Saka and Enzo, good fixtures too. Like, there's people captaining Enzo. There's people that will bring in Palmer and captain Palmer off the back of Rafinha's quote saying he's ready to start tomorrow. But Bruno, for me, just has the roots to points. There is a chance I back out of that and go Haaland. It's between the two. But as things stand, especially if I don't buy Ahmad, knowing a lot of buying and Burmo, now have Bruno already, now have the double up. I feel like I can play catch up with that double up by just going, I've got double Bruno Fernandes, right? And I think if I buy Rodgers, I'm more likely to captain Bruno for that kind of more, you could say, defensive play.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's interesting. Enzo's definitely catching my eye at the moment. I'll talk about that in a minute. Make sure you guys are continuing to ask questions, by the way. We're obviously happy to answer them over the next 45 minutes. Andy and Az from Black Box predicting only 2 clean sheets this game week.
I absolutely love Black Box and As, but that is more. They probably didn't go and say there's only going to be two. They go through every fixture, every show, and they do their predictions. And yeah, there's a lot of 2-1s and 3-1s and 1-1s. But yeah, I mean that doesn't really matter to me. I think Sunderland are the best for a clean sheet this week. Sunderland at home to Burnley, and the bookies would agree with that. They've got them at like 42%. But yeah, there could be 2, there could be 4. But I mean, if you've got Arsenal defenders, you've got a good chance of a clean sheet. If you've got Sunderland defenders, you've got a good chance of a clean sheet for sure.
Yeah, Baller's thinking of going Saka captain. I mean,
whoa, I have trust issues with Saka, man.
Massive trust issues. Yeah, look, he owes the team one for sure. Like he's got to stand up at some point and really put in a big performance. He hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been like standout like you would expect Saka to be. So he needs to pull something out the bag, Baller. But trust is the right word. It's absolutely the right word, and I don't trust him. In that fixture, I think Leeds might have managed to do a job on him, to be honest. Like Leeds have managed to lock up a few players this season. FPL Chicken, Saka can get a return, but he hardly ever hauls. That's a good point as well. Like, how many points are you even going to get out of him as a captain? You know, I'm not saying that Haaland is like a great captain this week. I don't think he is a great captain for this week. I will still do it. But yeah, I don't really see that there are that many options. Bruno Fernandes is probably a good one, but I refuse to do it because he's playing against Fulham.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you about the Fulham thing. Are you pretty set then? And we'll do a captaincy poll. Who are you captaining? Let's put Haaland, Bruno. Let's put Saka in there. Who would be the fourth, Dean? Should we say Palmer or a Chelsea?
Probably would be Palmer, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Palmer, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I've contemplated getting Palmer into my team. I just don't know. I just don't know that he plays. I'll show you.
Rafinha said he's ready to start, but then off the back of the Napoli game, post-match, he said the reason he started on the bench and got 30 today was he's not ready to play 60, 70 or 80 minutes. And it's like, if he weren't ready to play 60 on Wednesday, is he really going to be ready to play more than 60 at the weekend? I'm not so sure. And the Arsenal game in the week, the EFL Cup semi, I think you want Palmer for that. Like, I think Chelsea will believe they can still beat Arsenal. There's only one goal in it.
Yeah.
Big game. To get to a final, it's quite big for Rafinha, that game.
It's huge, isn't it? And like, it's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. So I'll be very interested to see, to see how they get on. Glenn's dropped a super chat for the last show. Well done, Glenn.
Hero. Because he's always gifting memberships, Glenn, but he knows that's pointless today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Glenn, one of the most generous guys I've ever met on YouTube. Rank 1431. Thank you for all the tips and help on this channel. Can't wait for the Dean and Dylan show. Yeah. No one's got one of them, have they? Nobody's got a 40-year-old man sat there with a 8-year-old child.
So. No, they've not. There's a niche there, mate. There's actually very few even young content creators. There's a couple of teenagers that do a pod that I've spoken to before, but I can't think of many under the age of 20. I think FPL Harry was probably one of the first, because I think when he started, he was probably under 20, like a teenager.
Was he?
But yeah. FPL Harry was FPL Tips with a Z.
Very cool.
Until only a couple of years ago, to be fair. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we'll see. Dylan's gone a bit camera shy. For a kid that is desperate to be a YouTuber, whenever I suggest it, he bottles it. So yeah, we'll see. Thank you though, Glenn. And yeah, as I say, come and follow me on Insta or Twitter. Or you can obviously join the Ranks FC Patreon, where I put out 3 or 4 shows a week, and you can listen to some of my general thoughts across the podcast, and you can also message me on that app. So any of those, stay in touch while I figure out what I'm going to do with my FPL life. I don't know, as I say, I'm going to go back to England first, have a break, and then I'll come back to it. So with your team, mate, sorry, where are you in terms of how many transfers do you actually have available to you?
I've got 2, and I think I sell Soboslai to, I think I will go Rodgers, and the chat did agree. And then I think my second transfer, I'll probably end up selling Lewis Potter, benching O'Reilly. Like, I don't think O'Reilly, it could be Aitnor, it could be Ake, it could be O'Reilly. Who knows who's going to be left back? O'Reilly played centre mid in the week, but Rodley was suspended. So I think I sell Lewis Potter. I want to keep O'Reilly just in case he is going to be first choice left back. We still don't know for the second half of the season. And then it gives me 4.3 million to spend on a defender. So the options are Maguire, who is 4.3, or Hill of Bournemouth, who is starting. He started the last 5. He got DEFCON in 4 of those games. Bournemouth got good fixtures, but I just have trust issues with Bournemouth keeping clean sheets. And when you buy defenders, you should probably forget DEFCON for a minute and just look at clean sheets. And I think Maguire's got a good chance of a fair few. United fixtures are good.
Yeah.
When De Ligt comes back into the team, does Maguire miss out? Some are saying possibly, but I'd like to think when De Ligt comes back, if he comes back into the 11, it's for Lissandro. I can't see Carrick dropping Maguire out. He was player of the match versus Arsenal. He knows him well. He's a leader. What do you reckon there, Dean, with De Ligt coming back? Should that put me off Maguire or not?
I mean, even Maguire himself doesn't really know where he sits here. Like, he's obviously running out of contract. He wants a new one. I personally think he will get one, but it's obviously going to depend on his performances. He played really well last time out. I think Maguire stays in the team. I think it's a good pick, to be fair. I think it's a good pick. I don't think he's got time to get in the England squad. I don't think that's, that is one of his aims, but I don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Ligt in for Lissandro is probably what happens. Carrick and Solskjaer loved Harry Maguire. Carrick loves Harry Maguire. And it runs beyond the pitch as well, like Harry Maguire's influence. So yeah, I think that'll be the case. Baller says De Ligt won't be back until after the international break. So it's a little while anyway, if that proves to be true. Yeah, but Maguire, definitely a good value pick. And there are a few good value picks, obviously, for Man United at the moment. But he's definitely one of them.
I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with the Maguire combo. I mean, Hill is also better for DEFCON, but I don't know. I feel like with Slabhead, I've got a chance of an attacking header as well. Like, where do you rank? If we're ranking the centre backs in the league, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Maguire's third, isn't he? For likeliness of scoring a header from an opposition corner.
He likes it, doesn't he? He likes it a lot. Go for it, mate.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I'm going to use my 2 free transfers 100%. And I think I'm captaining Bruno. So yeah, that's my team. Let's see yours, Dean. And then we'll make sure we've got plenty of time for you lot and the questions, and our producer will flash up questions. We've also, we've run along the bottom a few times, and we'll continue to do it on and off. The members, all of you, just to give you a shout out for one last time. Thank you for your support.
Absolutely. We can show my team. My rank is 20k at the moment. So not quite as good as Glenn, but I'm happy with it. I do need to make some transfers, though, I think. I've got 4 free transfers available.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I
can't take them with you, mate.
You can't take them with me. Can't take them with me. So this is where I'm at. It's a bit of a headache. It is a bit of a headache because I'm going to assume that Bruno Guimaraes, even if he's fit, I don't think it's a great game for him. Newcastle really missed him the other day, by the way. I know they got a good result against PSG, but they really missed him. Like, Tonali was overrun in the first half. Yeah. So they do need him back in there soon. But I think I'll probably transfer him out. And Cherky, I've been torn over too. And there's definitely a chance he returns against Tottenham, but I'm probably going to transfer him out as well. So I did send the producer a little screenshot of the changes that I've been considering.
Okay.
So if he sticks those up, then you can tell me what you think of these changes that would open up. Because it would also mean getting rid of Thiago. Right. What do you reckon?
I like your changes, but I don't like the Thiago one as much. I get you. Thiago's your cash cow in a way, because to go Bruno and Cherky up to Bruno and Enzo, you need a significant downgrade. And Mane has a huge benefit of being 90-minute man, awesome, 4.5 million, and Wolves crucially could double in 26. Very likely to double in 26.
Yeah.
Is there another forward you could set? Who are your other two forwards? Haaland and
Ekitike. So
yeah, and I
I'm
wouldn't
set
want
on
to sell
them.
them. So maybe you do have to gamble. I get selling Thiago now is fine. I guess
It's
there's a
just like
very
their
good chance
fixtures
you end
aren't
up buying him
great.
back.
Like Villa away, Newcastle away, Arsenal home. Like,
It's 3 tough games, isn't it? And then the run's great, but you could always buy him back after
and you
that
can get him back at another point.
Arsenal
As I
game.
say, like I'm still going to have transfers in the bank. I'm still going to have my chips in my back pocket. So
Yeah.
kind of happy to lose him for now. Mane's a good replacement for the time being. And it means that I've got Bruno and Enzo. And I don't jump on these two players very often.
Yeah. No, you've always been pretty light on Bruno. In the 4 years we've been streaming, you've not owned him a huge amount from my knowledge. But
no, and it's a bit.
He's now playing
Totally
number
honest,
10.
I'd rather have Mbermo. But I just know that everyone's got Bruno, and I know that it's going to be harmful if Bruno does something.
At your rank, mate, it feels like you have to have him.
It really feels like
at my rank, I could go against Bruno and go in Burmo, but for you, it's like, and you will back against the template a ton, but Bruno at top 10k, every single one will be having him.
Exactly. So, like, I think generally I'll be happy to go back against template, like no doubt about it. But just for the time being,
agreed.
Given Man United are playing Fulham at home, Chelsea have got West Ham. They just feel like better midfield picks for this game week in particular.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see how things go. I just got to play it safer. Like the last 2 game weeks, I've let it ride and it hasn't gone well. I haven't slid away as far as I probably should have. I've gone from 7k to 20k over 2 weeks of bad returns. So, like Vissa says, it's time to get a bit logical and it's time to just kind of throw a safety net over the team, really. Yeah. So I probably will make those changes. I think that, as I say, it is playing it safe to some respects, but I think that's okay. We're in game week 24 and like I've never really had to protect a rank before, and it's not really something that I've ever like wanted to do because I've always thought it must be a bit rubbish being up in that like top 20k because you're so worried about like having the trendy players rather than just picking the players that you think are doing well. Like I'd quite like Semenyo. I'd quite like Mbermo. And if I was further down, if I was like 150k, I'd probably be going for those guys. But at this moment in time, I'm going to play it safe.
I do like Semenyo this week as well. When I was looking at my Rodgers versus Man United midfielder, I was like, hang on a minute. Am I forgetting the best sort of mid-price midfielder in the game this season? Like Semenyo at 7.5-ish is unbelievable value. And we know he's going to start, but...
Yeah, Andrew says he doesn't get the Enzo hype. I mean...
Oh, really? I'm shocked at that, Andrew.
I'm shocked at that because like...
He's Chelsea's best player.
I've never picked Enzo. I genuinely don't think I've ever picked Enzo. But just watching Chelsea recently, it's kind of a no-brainer. Yeah. Like the penalty factor, the role in the team. There are other Chelsea players that I think like João Pedro is playing great as a 9. But like Chelsea got a lot of games coming up. And I'm just slightly concerned about who's going to be a consistent starter.
Now, I think João Pedro could be benched this weekend because
could be.
They play Arsenal on Tuesday, so the turnaround is Napoli Wednesday, Premier League this weekend, and then Tuesday. That's 3 games in 6 days. There is no way João Pedro plays 3 sets of 90. Like it's just not going to happen when Delap's there. I think the important game for Chelsea will be the Arsenal game, and I think West Ham he will go in with a Delap. But the guy that I think can play every minute is Enzo. I don't, the wide forwards. Is it Garnacho? Is it Pedro Neto? Is it Esteval? You just don't know, but. Enzo's that one attacking player you feel like can get all the minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And that has been definitely part of the reason that I've decided to go in that direction. Like if this was just a blank canvas and Chelsea were just playing this week and they'd had a week's rest and I wouldn't be picking Enzo, I don't think. I'd want João Pedro on my team and I might go for Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
But at the moment, Enzo just feels like he's a safe pick, and that's kind of what I want at the moment. But João Pedro will be coming into my team soon at this point. Like, he's playing so well, and I love the way that Rossini's got him working. You could tell that, like, there's a pretty good bond between Rossini and these players, and they're liking him, and because, especially as he's had a good start, they're trusting him as well. And I think, João Pedro wouldn't have had a clue who he was when he turned up, but he'll be like, okay, Excuses all right. I like him. He's playing me. He's putting me in the 9, and I'm getting goals. Like, I'm going to repay this guy with some more of them. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to get João Pedro.
Yeah, I think I might too. I mean, the fixtures are great now, but they're also great entry point in, I think it's 26. They have, I think if your entry point is 26 and you wait a couple of weeks on a player like João Pedro, I'm just checking the entry point. I think it's Leeds at home, like a great entry point, followed by Burnley at home. I think come game week 6, 2 home games against Leeds and Burnley, there'll be people going, I'm going to now double up or now triple up on Chelsea. But for now, Enzo sounds good. I like those transfers, mate. I think do it. And are you set on captaincy?
Yes. I just looked at the poll, actually. Haaland only got 33%. Bruno is the standout pick at 58%.
Wow. I didn't expect that. I thought I was going to be backing against... I knew Bruno would be popular, but I didn't expect him to be more popular than Haaland. I thought I'd be backing against the obvious still.
No.
I think people are just fed up of Haaland. Like
I think they are a bit fed up of him.
And it's been a lot of blanks.
I think that's dangerous.
Yeah, probably is.
It's hard, though. Like, City they've gone into recovery mode, and they've repaired the damage in the Premier League 1-2-0. They've gone into the Champions League 1-2-0. So it's like, okay, we've had a reset. Now let's get going again. And it's just one of those games, like, what can happen to Tottenham. Like, Haaland could easily eat him up, score 2 goals, and we're back up and running. Like, this is a big weekend for Man City. They've got to beat Tottenham to put that pressure on Arsenal and make sure that Arsenal are being forced to win games from here on out. So, they need Haaland to turn up, so I'm going to back him to do it.
Yeah. What do you make of Tottenham? Like, are they looking better? Like, I was shocked
for a Jack Wilshere response.
I was like, oh, if they had got battered against Frankfurt, I'd be definitely captaining Haaland this week. But I kind of feel like Tottenham are looking a little bit better, a little bit tighter. They played a back 5, I think.
I just don't trust him. That's the problem. I just don't trust him. Obviously, the Champions League, they've done well to be as consistent as they have been and to get the results they've got. It wasn't the hardest schedule in the world, but they've managed to achieve what much bigger clubs haven't managed to achieve in terms of qualifying without having to go through the playoffs.
Yeah,
but still massive trust issues. Spurs at home, like, it's just not something I'm willing to believe in. Obviously, like Man City, they've got a good general track record against, and does that count for anything? I don't know.
They do always give them problems, don't they? But I guess that was under managers that weren't Thomas Frank,
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that Man City have to go to Tottenham this weekend and get the result, and so I'm just going to put my faith in Haaland to turn up for this one.
Yeah, fair play. Again, in the week, Haaland's finish against Dortmund, that little dink, he's so good at on the 1-on-1, and he did miss a header that usually scores. Like, he is back getting his rhythm again by just seeing that finish. I was like, oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
We'll shout out a few of you in the chat. Thank you for all joining us. Emma's in the house. This is our last ever show on Chasing Green Arrows. We're feeling, we're just delighted you've joined us. There's 300 of you on 8:30 on a Saturday morning. The deadline is obviously slightly later today. Glenn has gifted with a super chat. So has Sigurd this morning. We thank you so much for doing that. But thank you to all of our regular chasers and our mods as well. Jay, CH up early for this. Jay, off court in the house. Paul as well. Mackham sending a super chat. You guys have been the best supporters we could have asked for.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been a great crowd. CH, 3:30 in the morning on no sleep. CH, you said earlier on in the chat that you were gonna get an early sleep. You said you were going to go to bed early, so that you were up for this. I can't believe you haven't gone to sleep and it's 3:30. You're crazy. But thanks.
God, that is a late one, CH.
That is a late
I
one.
don't expect you to be with me on my deadline stream. If you are, that would be amazing. But if you want to get some kip before the deadline, definitely do it.
Yeah, thanks to CH for being a great mod, by the way. Like, you've been an absolute ledge.
I would rank, if I was all of our chasers, and we don't want to do a ranking system here. You're all amazing, but special shout out to CH. I think she's been our #1 chaser for the last 4 years, hasn't she? Thank you, CH.
Yeah, like really stepped up for us. Yeah, really, obviously grateful to all of you, but CH particularly has been awesome. So thank you so much.
Yeah, our hero. CH, I was going to say we'll miss you, but I don't think we will. I think we'll still
mix. Christian asks if there's any chance of bringing Ranks onto YouTube. Yeah, Ranks FC does have a YouTube channel, and there is some possibility of that. So subscribe to Ranks FC. There isn't much recent content in terms of video on there, but there is some potential. I haven't figured it out yet, but
I'm guessing you don't edit much, right? When you and Jack start talking and then finish talking, you could just top tail it. And
that's
if it was on video,
yeah, exactly. Like we did do some stuff a while back, and it was like we did some Champions League reaction stuff that was just live with no editing, really. But we did do some edited videos that they look pretty good, to be fair. But we just didn't have the capacity to continue with them. So yeah, there is a possibility that Ranks could be the platform that I use rather than start a new. I don't want to start a whole new channel. Like it's going to be painful. But Ranks has got at least a base to build upon, so there's a possibility of that.
Yeah, good stuff. CH's #1 chaser says Sigurd. Yeah, Sigurd's with us there. Heather in the chat as well. Special shout out to Heather. We want to answer your questions. We'll do a ton of Q&A on my deadline stream, and I'm going to be alone, right? So we'll save a lot of the questions for my channel and make this more about us having our last show together. But likewise, we want to talk about the topical stuff. In terms of start and big names, Dean, there's a few worried about O'Reilly. What do you make of the Man City kind of, and Foden even, and Cherky, and just that Man City attacking positions? Like, Doku's injured. Could Marmoush play on the left? Could Foden play on the left? And then who plays left back?
I think that Man City are always worse when Foden's on the pitch. He makes them worse.
It's actually pretty damn accurate, that.
It's been proven recently.
God,
even the other
shocking,
day,
isn't it?
Came on, and they were a much worse version of themselves once Foden was in the team.
Yeah,
and that's concerning.
Yeah.
So I don't trust that one. Marmoush didn't play very well in midweek either. But obviously, like, something's got to give, right? So I'd probably veer towards Marmoush over Foden in that sense, but I don't think either of them are good picks at the moment. Like, if you're Man City looking for assets, then you're looking at Semenyo and Haaland, and then one more. O'Reilly, I still think he's worth having in your squad. I do, but for this particular game week, I would probably just bench him. Probably just leave him out of this one. Like, Guardiola loves him. He gives him huge responsibility in the team. Trusts him. Will continue to play him. For this game in particular, I don't think O'Reilly's the pick.
I think I'm with you there. It's too risky at the moment. Like, Pep goes through these waves of picking a kid and giving him an amazing run in the team. And he's done that with O'Reilly this year. We don't know if that's about to end or not, but I remember he did it with, God, I've forgotten his name. Rico Lewis, last year was the right back, right? Like, for half a season. And then he just didn't get a look in. But I think O'Reilly, whether he's in the team as left back or even given him the responsibility in a big Champions League game to play defensive midfield, like in the Rodri role, was a big deal. I think Nico Gonzalez was fit enough for the bench, but he could have risked him and he chose not to. So I'm with you. I'm going to keep him and just see where it lands in terms of his position moving forward. Oscar Bob, Tommy Guns, Oscar Bob versus Wilson. I mean, their best position is high and wide on the right, isn't it? So are we going to see Wilson one side, Bob the other?
Not yet. That's the thing. Like, but I don't think Bob goes straight into the team. Like,
Yeah.
he'll be eased in. Unbelievable signing for Fulham, and like the skill level that Fulham now have, and the way they've enhanced that team, it's pretty incredible, really. Like when you consider the last year bringing in Chukwueze, Kevin,
Yeah.
now Oscar Bob, like that is serious footballers.
Yeah.
That as a Fulham fan, when you actually consider that, like it's unbelievable. These are the sorts of players that we're now managing to sign. Obviously, Harry Wilson's still the pick, right? It's still going to be the one. Chris, thank you very much. He says he's got to go on a park run.
See you, Chris.
Appreciate you, mate. Thank you very much.
When you're back from that run, I'll still be streaming on my channel, I reckon. I'm doing a long one today.
Yeah, exactly.
Might see you later, mate.
Yeah, so Harry Wilson's still the pick for Fulham, but I haven't had him all season, so obviously I've missed all the points.
Is he staying at? Is he likely to go? Is he going on a free in the summer?
I mean, you've got to consider like his personal position is a very strong one, and it's one that his agents are trying to make the most of because he's in one of the most informed players in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And there's the chance there as a free agent to go and have not just a big payday, but also go and land a top move. It's just like the level of club isn't quite there. Like, I think if he moves, he's going to move up north, like where he's from.
Okay.
But like Everton and Leeds, like they're both worse than Fulham. And he likes being in Fulham. He likes being at Fulham. So I don't think the player himself has a drive to go. The contract that's been written up for him is a decent one. I can understand he might want more money now, but like, to be honest, over the duration of his contract that we've seen, he hasn't been worth more than that.
I mean, he's not always been even a starter, is he? He's been a squad man for a long time.
Yeah, it's only like it's last season syndrome, isn't it? Where you see players playing into their final year of their contract and suddenly they find this lease of life. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Wilson is an extreme version of that. So my hunch is that he'll stay. Yeah. I don't think there'll be a good enough club that comes in for him.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. And yeah, if Fulham have a good season and there's a chance for Fulham, you could sneak a European spot if you have a really good run in. Someone like a Bob might be a difference maker. I'm interested there. Guys, get your questions in as well. If it's any sort of broader topical stuff, we'll try and get to it. If you are just joining us, for one last time, we're going to say hit the like button on this channel.
I'll hit it.
I'm not
I'll hit it
today,
right now.
but I feel like we can still ask for likes, can't we?
We can still ask for likes, yeah.
Obviously, keep your subscription because the channel is very likely to do other things in the future. So it's a goodbye for now, but keep subscribed for now.
Yeah, just leave it. Let it roll. Maybe one day you'll just sat there and something will pop back up. I don't know. That's a complete guess. That's not any insight, by the way. I haven't got any plans.
On Fulham, says Little Miss FPL, is Raul Jimenez a shout with a lack of other good choices in the number 9 slot? And obviously Fulham haven't really got another 9 that's fit. And he's going to have a lot of service now from some very good wide forwards.
Yeah, he has got a good service. That is true. I don't think you probably want to go for him at Man United. I'm not saying that Fulham don't score at Man United. I think probably do score there, but I don't know that that's where the goal comes from necessarily. Like Jimenez has been a great player for Fulham. The way that he kind of takes up space, the way that he takes away defenders, the way that he helps other players come into play is extremely helpful. And obviously he's good at getting on the end of things as well. So I think he's a good player. I just don't really fancy him in FPL. I just don't like it.
Yeah, okay. Guys, price rises. Wow. Just looking, the price rises from last night are insane. There's so many of them. I don't know if these all went up, but projected to go up, and I will double check. João Pedro, Mbermo, Evan Nilsson, Gabriel, Rice, Mane, Brobby, Soboslai, Enzo. Bruno was really close. A huge amount. Like, I think a lot are on wildcard too. And there's a few big men dropping, like Reinders, Minter, Eze, Kanate, Gravenberg. But yeah, a lot of volatility right now in the transfer market with FPL. I still think waiting late is often worth it. The more information, the better. And it does feel like, Dean, this year, price hasn't really mattered too much in terms of team value. We've never really been struggling. I think because we've not had Haaland and Salah for a long time. And when you've only got one of those guys, it frees up. And, you know, Saka's not been great. Palmer's not been great. The expensive players haven't really necessarily been must-haves this season.
No, budget really hasn't been a problem. Like since we've been able to ditch Salah, it's been pretty straightforward, to be honest, hasn't it? So unless he comes like bang back into form, then so be it. But at the moment, all we're seeing is like him and Szoboszlai swapping turns to roll their studs over it and curl one in. Paul, thank you very much, mate. That's very generous of you, and thank you so much for watching. And thank you to all of you whose names are rolling across the bottom of the screen right now. We appreciate all of you.
We've got 265 of you watching. FPL Discomfort says, gee, hoping for an upbeat deadline stream from you because I'm doing my park run. Gents, it's been a hell of a ride. You'll be missed. Thank you very much, mate. We appreciate that.
Yeah, you'll have the energy, won't you, mate? Like you're all about the energy, especially after this warm-up show for you.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the 5 o'clock start didn't help. When I saw the clock this morning, when Gaia called out, Daddy, I need a wee. And I ran into her room and I saw 4. I saw the first digit as a 4. It was 4:55. Oh. I was like, I knew, 1, that it's ridiculously early, but 2, there was no getting her back to sleep after I'd taken her for a wee. I knew she would be wired enough.
That is the worst, just knowing that you're up and it's 5 a.m. Like, it always used to annoy me, like, if I'm up before, like, BBC breakfast has started. Oh, my days. You're just watching, like, just filler content. Like, just, you know, the kids used to stick on whatever they'd stick on. Or, but you're like, okay, I'm going to put the TV on in the kitchen or whatever. You're like, oh, my God, there's not even anything on. Like, no one's even got to work yet.
Yeah. It's it's going to be pitch black for a few hours still. That's a bit of a head, F. So I was like, guy, let's play a game where we close our eyes and lay. But she just wasn't having it. I had no chance. So,
mate, I mean, for such a shock when I get back to England, like the weather here in San Diego has been absolutely unbelievable. Like today, it was 75 degrees. So that's like, I don't know, 23 or something. I don't know.
Nice.
Yes, it's about 23. It was beautiful. And I'm like speaking to people back there and they're like, oh, it's like 40. And then I speak to Taylor's family who are in Michigan and it's 4.
No.
4 degrees Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit.
I didn't realize Taylor's family weren't in I assume they're in San Diego. They're in Michigan, are they?
Yeah, their family's in Michigan. And 4 degrees Fahrenheit. So then Celsius, in Celsius, it's -15.
My God. And they have that for a good couple of months, don't they? Have proper winter.
I mean, they've had a proper freeze. Obviously, America's had really bad weather, really bad everything recently, but really bad weather recently. And we're just totally unaffected over here.
Everyone just moved south.
Someone was on the news yesterday and they were just like, I've just come over from the other side of the country and you guys are living in a different world. Like, how have you got this weather here when everyone else is just frozen? So, well, that's why we pay sunshine tax. Like, that's why it's ridiculous.
You do in California, but if you move to like the central southern states, it's cheap, isn't it? Like, I've never quite understood how and why it's so cheap in the central sort of south compared to the north is more expensive, yet they get the rubbish weather.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you got Miami and California, pricey, but then everything in between, I feel like I've heard is, Texas is cheap.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard that too. CH -21 Celsius right now.
How much does heating cost you per month, CH? Like, what do you like? My heating bill's like a couple of £100 and it barely goes sub-zero here, right?
Yeah.
But £200, I resent paying for the heating, but I have to do it. But what is it if you live in -20, you've got the heating on full whack all the time? Do you have much cheaper heating fuel prices?
She said you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Yeah.
He does. He does want to know.
I really want to know, TH.
He really wants to know.
I mean, Dean doesn't have to worry about the heating. I bet your
Mate,
house
the
hasn't
thing
even
is, you're
got
wrong.
central
You're
heating, has it?
wrong. I think my gas and electric bill is higher here than it was in England.
Really?
Yeah, it's the big downfall of San Diego is that there is one company that has a monopoly,
Right.
and the costs are extortionate, and we don't have proper heating, and a lot of the houses don't have proper insulation.
Makes
And
sense.
so
Yeah.
it's just a nightmare to like try and heat. I just can't really. I barely even bother. Like CH says, just sitting here with gloves, hat, and wrapped in a blanket. I mean, I have to do it, even though it's. So I literally go outside to warm up. Like, so I'll be cold in the mornings, and I have to go out. I literally have to open the door and go outside to warm up.
Brilliant.
It's literally what I do.
That is so funny.
I was on the phone to my mum the other day. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm freezing. I'm just going to go outside." She's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like,
Foreign
"Oh,
concept,
yeah,
most.
it's cold in the house, but it's warm outside."
San Diego is a ridiculously expensive place to live in. Texas is the place to be, says White Sand. I mean, I'm sure
San
there's
Diego's the best
downsides
place in the
everywhere, but-
world. San Diego is the best place in the world. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced that, like, yeah, it's expensive.
Because the taxes are different in every state, aren't they? So it's not like
Taxes are all
England where,
different. Yeah. But I do love living here. I do love living here.
Are you coming back with the kids or just you?
I'm going back with the kids. Yeah.
How do they react to the jet lag? Is that a nightmare?
We'll find out.
Why is this the last show together, says Dev FPL 99. If you are just joining and this is news to you, this is our last show. We've got 10 minutes left, but you're still going to see lots of me on my channel. You're still going to see lots of Dean on Ranks, which is his football podcast, which may have a YouTube presence in the future. But likewise, I'll get Dean on my channel as well. So this isn't the end for us at all. But for the time being, Chasing Green Arrows is on a hold. So yeah, we've loved your support for 4 years, guys. But all good things must come to an end.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, we'll figure something out. You definitely see me and G together in the next few weeks doing a stream once I'm back from England. Do you run the AC all year, Dean? No, we don't have to use air conditioning. Luckily, the house I live in, I don't need air conditioning because we're kind of in the shade. Like, I don't need air conditioning, so that's one thing. So that is good. What else are people saying?
What do we think of Watkins for Evan Nilsson? I mean, Watkins came off on Thursday night and you could see he had an injury and he tried playing on and then he ended up going off, which is never a good sign. Like, we probably shouldn't have tried playing on. Hughes just made it worse. He was seen when he went down the tunnel saying to one of his teammates, hamstring. It's a hamstring tweak, but Watkins has had various issues where he just manages to play through them. And originally it was like, oh, hamstring, going to be out for a few weeks. And then yesterday, Emery said he's had a scan and it's all clear and he could feature. It's like, what? Like, when players do their hamstring, even if they tweak it, they don't often play 3 days later, but maybe Watkins will. Emery has alluded to that. So I don't think I'd be selling Watkins yet, but Evan Nilsson's really is a good buy.
Yeah, I think I'd keep Watkins too if I had him right now. Yeah, Evan Nilsson's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I don't know that I'd really.
He's not lethal, is he, in terms of numbers? It always feels like he's never going to get you a brace or a hat trick. Like a lot of nines, you think can put up big numbers. He's not that striker.
Yeah, exactly. Blake has asked this one a few times. I'm going to answer it. On a wild card, should I get in Burma or Wirtz? 6K in the world already have Bruno.
Oh wow!
Wow, 6K in the world.
And Wirtz, I don't think I'd be buying Wirtz now.
It's a big shout. It's a big shout. I'd definitely go in Burma over Wirtz.
I feel like the moment might have gone with Wirtz.
Yeah.
And Burmo's fun. Like, Burmo's playing number 9 probably, right? So
exactly. Like, Wirtz just doesn't score enough goals, so it's not going to be worth it, is it? He's a better player, but he's not going to get as many points, I don't think, in FPL.
And that's the thing. Good players don't always make good FPL assets. And Wirtz might become one, but for the time being, he's in the good player category, not good FPL asset category.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Terry says most people are moving to Texas from California.
Are they? What?
They're moving straight back, Terry. They're going to get to Texas and they're going to be like, hang on, where's the 5 beaches? Where's the great bars? Where's all the people ain't staying in Texas, mate. They're coming back to San Diego.
And isn't Texas a little bit too hot from what I've like? Texas, San Diego's a bit cooler, more Mediterranean than desert.
That's the thing. We don't get hot here. Yeah, I've read a few things where people are like, did leave San Diego for Texas. Yes, did get a bigger house. Yes, did save some money, but I'm coming back because it's not as good. So, I'm gonna believe that. I'm not moving to Texas anyway. I'm either living in San Diego or I'm living in England. Like that's my two options. Like I'll split my time for now and I'll figure it out further down the line.
And Matt, I didn't ask you how your evening was. Did you go to the San Diego Seals?
I did, mate. Yes, I went to the lacrosse tonight. We won. I don't know who we played. Philadelphia Wings, I think they were called.
Gosh, you've got to travel down from Philadelphia to San Diego to play
I
lacrosse.
Think so. I think they were
Probably
from Philadelphia.
Well.
It just said Wings. Yeah, it was like 11-5 or something. I kind of lost count. It was a good game though. It's a good, fun game, lacrosse. Very physical, very fast.
I'm surprised it was an evening thing. I don't know why. I don't picture floodlights with lacrosse. I picture
it's indoors.
Sun. Oh,
it's indoors. It's in an arena. So it was cool. It's like it's almost like, you know, when you get the soccer sixes thing at Wembley when the indoor football's played and they have like those like ice hockey rink type pitches on it with an astro and like the goals. It's like that. So it was like kind of that pitch. Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, so I will be going back at some point. I've only got a few minutes left. So
I've got a good final question for us, Dean, I think.
Okay.
Over the hill, favorite CJ memory, preferably something about your co-host. So to give you a minute to think about this.
Oh my God, I don't remember things. This is not.
I don't either. I've not got a specific moment, but I've got just a general memory of you will be that you kind of just go 2 fingers up to chip strategy every season. When I always highlight the optimal routes of chip strategy, and many follow obvious routes of chip strategy, you nearly always, if not every single time without fail, have gone, I've got a good week to free it this week. I'm going to press the button. Like, why not? Why forget about the planning of all the wider strategy? If I've got a good week to use a chip right here, right now, I'll do it. And you always do it, and you do it really well, and it works for you. So yeah, that would be my memory. That you're like, don't overthink it. Just play your bench boost because you've got a good bench.
Yeah, I really don't overthink. I really don't plan a lot. Like, and I know that's different to every other FPL channel. And sometimes I've come onto this show some weeks, and I've been like, I'm just gonna say what I've seen because like I don't even know sometimes when I come in what my transfer's gonna be, and then I kind of just talk out loud about what I've seen, what I think, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's my transfer, and it kind of just has figured it himself out. Which on the flip of it, mate, like you have sometimes like this blind loyalty to people, and it's admirable in a way, like it's an admirable trait. But I like the emotion that I've seen in you when you've gone through the highs and lows of sticking by people and either not having the rewards, you know, Foden and people like that you've stuck by. And like sometimes it's paid off and sometimes it hasn't paid off, but you've stuck to your guns. And I have enjoyed seeing you go through those emotions.
Yeah, it's been yeah, I feel like I've had some bad moments in terms of my overall game and rank since we've been streaming. I've not had the best of seasons, but yeah, it's been so fun. And yeah, the best bit of everything we've done, guys, is you lot in the chat. So
yeah,
special shout out to all of you. And we've mentioned so many of you through today's show. We've got our members along the bottom. We thank you all so much. But also thank you so much to the guys that made this happen. Like Faz, our producer, has been amazing for the last couple of years. And before that, and the guy that made this all possible, Mustafa, has been, well, he's just become such a good mate of ours now. Like we're approached to do this, a channel that he runs and a sort of dream he had, and yeah, Must made it happen. So special.
Yeah, I think that's what, like, you know, people ask us like, why you just stop? It's like it's not our channel. Like Must had a channel and he wanted hosts for the channel and to build an FPL community and something that could be big and successful. And you know, it did reasonably well in the end. Like we couldn't, for some reason, the algorithm just stopped giving us new subscribers. I genuinely don't know what happened once we got to 10k. It was a slow build, but he put his faith in us, and so it's not our channel. Like, we were just kind of the faces of the channel, and so it's not really up to us whether it continues. But yeah, genuinely thanks, because we've had 4 years of doing this that we never imagined when we first came onto this channel. And Charlie too, who was obviously part of us when we first kicked off. Charlie was the producer then, and he helped us get off the ground as well. So and the designers too, obviously, for the thumbnails and the graphics that you've seen, and all the old pep roulette stuff from Ryan and stuff. We've had a good go of it, mate. We've given it a good crack over here on CGA, and we've built an unbelievable community. And I think that is something that is undervalued. You know, when people look to build channels, I don't think they put enough emphasis on the value of of building a community. And sometimes, like, 1,000 people can be as valuable as having 50,000 people who are just flaky in and out. You know, so thank you to all of you that have come back week after week.
Yeah, well said, Dean. Thank you for highlighting that, because it's been so important to us. I think the reason we've done it for as long as we have, the community. It was you lot in the chat. So thank you for driving us forward, and thank you for all your comments. And yeah, we really do hope we see each and every one of you on our other platforms. Go check out Dean and I on our socials, our Instagrams, our Twitters. But likewise, check out Ranks FC for Dean, if all things football, things European football, and there'll be some FPL content too. And check out my channel if you're not already. I am going to do a deadline stream now. So if you want to come and raid me, we can say, oh, what should we raid me with? Goodbye for now. Let's just raid with goodbye for now or something. Oh no, let's do a hello. Let's do a hello. Let's just do a hello to my channel, and I'll see you in the comments in the next 30 seconds, guys.
Keep it optimistic.
One last time. He's been Dean. I've been Gianni. You lot have been the amazing chasers, and we love you all very much. We've all been chasing green arrows. Bye-bye.